It was the kind of television chaos only Jimmy Kimmel Live could deliver, and only Matt Damon could pull off. After a brief hiatus from ABC's late-night lineup, Kimmel returned to his desk this week following a temporary suspension that had made headlines across the political spectrum. But any attempt at a smooth comeback was immediately derailed when Damon, Kimmel's longtime foe nemesis, stormed the stage mid-monologue in an unforgettable surprise appearance. The return of Jimmy Kimmel, and a familiar face. Jimmy Kimmel was in the middle of his Brooklyn taping, joking about everything from subway delays to celebrity sightings, when an odd guest shuffled onto the stage, a man dressed in a bulky neon green mascot suit known as Frankie Focus. The costume referenced New York's new, cell phone-free school campaign, but the mascot's behavior was far from wholesome. Interrupting Kimmel's monologue, Frankie Focus began heckling the host, questioning his intelligence and mocking his jokes. "Did you even go to college?" The mascot sneered. "No," Kimmel replied with a smirk. "I could tell from watching your monologue." The mascot shot back, turning to the audience for laughter. Kimmel, clearly suspicious, demanded to know who was inside the costume. "Take that head off," he ordered. When the mascot finally removed his oversized head, the audience erupted. It was Matt Damon, grinning ear to ear like a kid who'd just gotten away with a prank. "I made it on the show," Damon shouted triumphantly, arms raised as the crowd roared. A feud for the ages. For fans, the Damon-Kimmel rivalry is the stuff of late-night legend. The running gag dates back nearly 2 decades, when Kimmel jokingly ended an episode by apologizing to Matt Damon for running out of time. The line became a recurring bit. Kimmel has bumped Damon countless times since, both playfully and literally. Over the years, the feud has grown into a comedic masterpiece of timing, tension, and mutual trolling. Damon once kidnapped Kimmel for a mock hostage video. Kimmel famously got revenge with a viral sketch featuring Damon's ex, Sarah Silverman. Despite the barbs, both stars have admitted that the feud is purely for fun, though neither ever passes up a chance to one-up the other on live TV. So, when Damon hijacked the monologue, fans instantly recognized what was coming: another perfectly executed chapter in the world's most ridiculous celebrity feud. "The president canceled you," which I was a big fan of. After a round of applause, Damon put on his most sincere face. "Look, Jimmy, I know we've had our differences over the years," he began. "I just wanted to say goodbye." Kimmel looked confused. "Goodbye? What are you talking about?" "Well, this is your last show, right?" "The president canceled you," Damon replied innocently. "Which, by the way, I was a big fan of." The audience howled. Kimmel laughed but quickly corrected him. No, the show wasn't canceled. We were off the air for a few nights." But Damon wasn't done twisting the knife. "Oh, really? Because the president said you had 0 ratings and no talent, and I thought, finally, someone said it." Kimmel rolled his eyes as the crowd cracked up, clearly enjoying Damon's relentless roasting. "Get out of here," he said, pointing toward the exit. "Fine," Damon shot back. "Is there some kind of appeals process? Maybe I can take over the show." Kimmel crossed his arms. "No appeals. You're done." Damon cursed under his breath, muttered a few more insults about Kimmel's mother, and stormed off stage, to thunderous applause. A perfectly timed comeback. The timing of Damon's ambush couldn't have been more precise. Kimmel's recent suspension had been one of the most talked about stories in late-night television. After a monologue that ruffled political feathers, his show went dark for several days, sparking rumors, conspiracy theories, and presidential mockery. While Kimmel returned insisting that everything was fine, Damon's jab about being canceled by the president perfectly captured the absurdity of the situation. It was both a dig at his rival and a wink to the audience about the surreal overlap between politics and entertainment in 2025. In typical Damon fashion, the humor was layered, part political parody, part personal vendetta, and entirely hilarious. The audience loved every second. Fans inside the Brooklyn studio were treated to a masterclass in comedic chemistry. Damon's timing, Kimmel's exasperation, and the crowd's energy turned what could have been a simple gag into a viral moment that instantly lit up social media. By the next morning, clips of the exchange dominated trending feeds. Viewers praised Damon's audacity, calling the stunt vintage Matt and the best Kimmel feud comeback in years. Even some critics who'd been skeptical of Kimmel's recent controversies admitted the bit was genius. It reminded audiences that live TV still has the power to surprise, and that, despite all the drama, late-night comedy thrives on taking risks. Why the joke hit so hard? On the surface, Damon's comments were all in good fun. But beneath the laughter, the exchange carried an undeniable sting. By referencing the president canceling Kimmel, Damon skewered the tension between comedy, free speech, and political influence. Late-night hosts like Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and John Oliver have long used their platforms to address political issues, but in recent years, those jokes have carried heavier consequences. Damon's line tapped into that climate, poking at the absurdity of how easily suspension can be spun as cancellation. It was meta-humor at its best, a celebrity feud doubling as cultural commentary. A feud that never gets old. Damon's latest ambush adds another layer to his and Kimmel's endlessly entertaining saga. In recent years, they've staged everything from fake therapy sessions to red carpet snubs, each finding new ways to keep the rivalry fresh. Their magic lies in the balance, Damon's straight-faced mockery against Kimmel's flustered reactions. Each time they meet, the chemistry is explosive, the insults are outrageous, and the audience can't get enough. Even Kimmel himself has admitted he can't resist inviting Damon back, if only to keep the feud alive. "We can't end it," Kimmel once said in an interview. "It's gone on too long. It's basically our marriage now. A night to remember." By the end of the show, Kimmel had regained control of his stage, but barely. Damon's cameo had done exactly what it was meant to: steal the spotlight, tease the host, and remind everyone that the feud that began as a throwaway joke 20 years ago still has plenty of fire left. Whether you're Team Kimmel or Team Damon, there's no denying it, their ongoing war of words remains one of Hollywood's funniest and most enduring gags. And if Damon's "the president canceled you" line proves anything, it's that the actor hasn't lost his edge. He knows exactly how to hit Kimmel where it hurts, and make millions laugh in the process. The final word. As the credits rolled, Kimmel quipped, "Well, that's enough Matt Damon for one decade," drawing laughter and applause from the crowd. But the truth is, fans are already hungry for the next round. With their feud now spanning movies, award shows, and even political scandals, it's safe to say, Matt Damon and Jimmy Kimmel are comedy's most unstoppable double act. They may pretend to hate each other, but together, they're pure late-night gold.